All right, let's take a look at this one. So what I would suggest doing is start plugging in some of these numbers, the inputs, into the functions and see what you get for an output. So in case you don't know what I'm referring to, let's look at the first input. Notice in A right here, we have an input of -2. That means x equals -2. So we have x equals -2. And let's just start plugging them into the function. So if we have the first function is f of -2 equals -2 cubed. And so that means -2 times -2 times -2. You don't know. And that's equal to -8. And now actually we can probably figure out, just by, because it's multiple choice, what this would be. So notice the only one with -8 as an output. So we just found the output, -8. So just so you understand, f of -2 equals -8. That is an output. And this is our input. So we know that f of, the only one would be C, like -2, -8, input, output. So this would have to be C. Okay, now we would look at, let's go ahead and just do the same thing and plug in -2 for the next value, or the next function. F of -2 is -2 absolute value. That's what the second function tells us. So that is equal to 2. So we want to look and figure out which one, when you plug in -2, do you get 2 as an output? That'd be D. Yep, D. So that would be D. And then you just go one by one through these functions and figure out, and you might be able to just figure out from the inputs given in these charts for x equals -2 and figure out most of these. You'll notice that, for example, square root of x, that may not work out too well. Yeah, -2 is undefined. Check that out. If you plug in a negative number under the square root, for so -2 and -1 into square root of x, you get blanks. So this would have to be B. And then you just go one by one through these and figure out what output you get for x equals -2, and you should be able to figure out all these by just, since it's multiple choice, fill in the blank. Or, I don't know what you call this, but matching question. Yeah, let me know if you have any other questions.